previous session we have completed exercise 15.1 and we have discussed various types of graphs, that is bar graph, line graph, then histogram and pie graph. So that much we have already done. Now we understand the concept of linear graph. Okay. For that, one example is given in your textbook, that suppose I draw or I plot the point A. Now, according to you, you have to tell me the location of this point. Okay? According to you, how you can view it, how you can judge it, and how you can look it. According to that, you have to tell me the location of this point. Some of you will say it is the upper part of the board. Some of you will say it is the near to the left edges. Some of you say that it is near to the left edges corner. That is the various kind of location I am getting from you. But that doesn't mean that I get the exact location of this point A. So what we have to do? So one can give me the suggestion that you can measure the distance from the bottom to this point. The one way is that one can give me the location from bottom to this point. Suppose this distance is 160 centimeters. Okay. So I just getting the distance between bottom to this one. What about the upper part? So if I get the distance from the below and from the above of the point, I get the exact location of this point. So from bottom it is 160 centimeter away, and from top suppose it is 90 centimeter away from the edges. So I can get the exact location of this point, that is 160, 90. Okay. So what is the correct way to locate this point? You have to measure the distance from the bottom and you have to measure the distance from the upper part. Okay, so I can get the exact location. Now the question arises that whether 160 90 and 90 160 is same? No. 160 90, if you observe the distance variation is there. If I say 90 160 to 90 from the bottom, so it can be somewhere over here. The location of this point, it can be the exact line and the point will be over here. So this is your 90 160. So the difference is that if you change the measurement from top and from bottom, then the location of the point will also change. Okay. So let's see in your textbook. The explanation is given. So the teacher put a dot on the blackboard. She asked the students how they would describe its location. So one said the dot is in the upper half of the blackboard, the dot is near the left edge of the board, and the other said the dot is very close to the left upper corner of the board, means this corner. Now, John then gave a suggestion. He measured the distance of the dot from the left edge of the board and said the dot is 90 centimeter from the left edges. From here also you can measure, from here also you can measure, from top and bottom also you can measure. But if draw the graph, then we have this kind of graph. X-axis, Y-axis. So we obviously measure from left edges and from right edges. Okay. So the dot is 90 centimeter from the left edge of the board. Do you think John's suggestion is really helpful? Okay, then Rekha then come up with a modified statement that the dot is 90 centimeter from the left edge and 160 centimeter from the bottom edge. This is your bottom edge and this is your left edge. This way also we can find the location from top, bottom, or if you want to represent that in the form of XY axis, then it is from the top, bottom edges and from the left edges we have to measure the distance. Okay, so we describe the position of this dot by writing as 90 160. If you consider this 90 from this and 160 from this, so this way we can represent the location of this points. Now, how you can describe that term location of various points? So for that we have to understand the concept of coordinates. So let's see, we now understand the concept of coordinates. Okay, now observe the diagram. We will explain coordinates now. So here in the diagram you can observe that I have drawn the x-axis, that is your horizontal line that we can represent as x-axis. Then you have this is your y-axis, that is a vertical line. Okay, and if you observe your graph paper, you have one unit 0 to 1. This you can consider as one unit. Here also 0 to 1 you consider one unit. In between 0 to 1, either you have 5 division or you have 10 division. It's depend on how which graph you are purchasing. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units I have marked on the x-axis and 5 units I have marked on the y-axis. Now how we can locate the points? Let's see. Suppose you go to an auditorium and search for your reserved seat. So how we can search? You can search according to column wise and row wise. The number is written on your seat, whether it's K1, K2, K3, K4. According to that, K represent your column wise and numbering represent your row number. So this way we are finding the seats in the maybe in the auditorium, maybe if you have visited cinema home, that time also you can observe such kind of arrangement, and according to the seat number you are able to find your number very easily because it is written in the form of coordinates. That is, that alphabets will suggest you the column and the numbering will suggest you the number of rows. So this way you can find your seat. So same way we can represent location of the point on the graph paper. So observe in the figure how the point 3, 4, which is 3 units from left edges and 4 units from bottom edges plotted on a graph. The graph sheet itself is a square grid. We draw the x-axis and y-axis conveniently and then fix the required points. 3 is called the x coordinate and 4 is called the y coordinate. And we say that the coordinates of the point are 3 and 4. So this x and y is what? Whenever you plot a point, so this 3 means x coordinate. Means you have to consider 3 for the x-axis and 4 is y coordinate. Means 4 you have to consider for the y. So 3 on x coordinate means 3 units we have to consider on x-axis. So from 0 we are considering the 3 units, so you are reaching over here. Okay. Now from here what is the y coordinate? 4. So from here we are moving upward direction till you are reaching to the 4. So here is your 3, 4, the location of the point. Okay, so your first digit represent your x coordinate and second represent your y coordinate. So this way we can plot a point on a graph paper. Okay, so 3 units from the x-axis, that means 3 units from the left side we have to consider and 4 units from the bottom edges we have to consider, and then we can plot a point that is 3, 4. Okay, so this way we are able to plot the point. Now on the basis of that we will understand few examples. Let's see the solved examples. Then we will discuss exercise 15.2. Now see example 3. Plot the point 4, 3 on a graph sheet. Is it same as the point 3, 4? Let's see, we have already drawn this graph on graph paper. Okay, so locate the xy axis first. So 3, 4 is already drawn over here. 3 on x axis and 4 on y axis. So 3, 4 is here. And if you consider 4, 3, so 4 units from this. So it will be here 4 and 3 here. So 4, 3 is here. So what we can say, if you observe both the point location, they are different from each other. So what we can say? Yes, the location of these points are different. Next example, from the figure choose the letters that indicate the location of the point given below. 2 1 0 5 2 0. So what we can say, the coordinates of A, the coordinates of F. Okay, so first we plot 2 1. So this is your x axis, this is your y axis. 2 1 means 2 from left, so 2 on x axis, so here and 1 here. Okay, so this is 2 1, then 0 5, 0 is here. Okay, it means origin for x coordinate, the origin is 0, so 0 to 5 means it is over here. Then 2 0, the 2 0, that is over here, because 2 for x axis and 0 for y coordinate. Okay, now we have to write the coordinates for A. So A point is over here. So on x axis you have to move 4 units away, and on y axis you have to move 5 units away. So what is this coordinates? 4 5. The coordinates of F, F is here, so you have to move from 0 to 6 on x axis, and for y axis origin is 0. So what is the answer? It is in between 5 and 6, so it is 5.5 and y coordinate is 0. Let's see the answer. 2 1 is the point E, it is not D. 0 5 is the point B. Discuss with your friend, because 0 for x coordinate is 0 and y coordinate is 5, and another answers is given. Okay, next we have plot the following points and verify if they lie on a line. If they lie on a line, name it. 0 2, 0 5, 0 6, 0 0.0, 3.5. Obviously here all the coordinates of x axis are 0, and for y coordinate this is 2, for this 5, for this 6, and for this 3.5. So when you plot the graphs, you can see it's a straight line, means you are getting y axis. Okay, second we have 1 1, so 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4. So again it is a straight line, because your x coordinate is same and variation is there in the y coordinate, so again it's a straight line. Next we have 1 3, 2 3, 3 3, 4 3. So 1 3, 2 3, 3 3, 4 3. So here now x coordinate variation is there, but the y coordinate remain constant, so again we are getting straight line. Next we have 2 6, 3 5, 5 3, 6 2. So this is 2 6, 3 5, 5 3, 6 2. So again it's a straight line. So note that in each of the above cases, graph obtained by joining the plotted points is a line, and such graphs are called linear graphs, because you are getting a straight line, whether it's a slanting line, but it is a straight line. When you join all the points, you are getting a straight line. So such kind of graph is known as linear graph. So here solved examples are completed. Now we discuss your exercise 15.2 in the next video. Thank you.